Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving deep into a world of mystery and intrigue. We're headed to the Philippines to uncover 10 of the most bone-chilling unsolved crimes that have haunted the nation for years. So, if you're ready to explore the dark side of the Philippines, grab your detective hats and let's get started. Our first case takes us back to 1997, to the bustling streets of Cebu City. We meet the Chiong sisters, Jacqueline and Marijoy, two young women full of life and dreams for the future. On July 16th, their lives took a tragic turn. After a night out with friends, the sisters vanished, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. The investigation was riddled with inconsistencies, with witnesses changing their stories and evidence disappearing. Eventually, 7 suspects were arrested, but the controversy didn't end there. The case still haunts the Philippines today, a stark reminder that even in paradise, darkness can lurk in the shadows. Our next case takes us to the quiet, upscale neighborhood of Paranaque City in 1991. Imagine this, a loving family, the Viscondes, brutally murdered in their own home. The victims, Estrelita Visconde and her daughters Carmela and Jennifer. The crime scene was horrific, a testament to the sheer brutality of the act. Suspicion fell on a group of affluent young men, including Hubert Webb, the son of a prominent politician. The trial that followed was like something out of a movie. The prosecution presented witnesses who placed Webb at the scene, while the defense argued for a frame-up, pointing to inconsistencies in the evidence. After years of legal battles, Webb and the other suspects were convicted. The Visconde massacre remains one of the most controversial cases in Philippine history, a chilling reminder of the complexities of justice. Fast forward to 2019, and we find ourselves facing a crime so gruesome it shocked even the most hardened investigators. This is the story of Christine Silawan, a 16-year-old girl with her whole life ahead of her. Christine's life was tragically cut short when her body was found in a vacant lot in Lapu-Lapu City. Her face was mutilated beyond recognition, with parts of her skin peeled off. The investigation into Christine's murder was intense, with authorities determined to bring her killer to justice. Despite the efforts, the case remains unsolved. The brutality of the crime and the lack of answers continue to haunt the Philippines, a grim reminder of the vulnerability of innocence. In 2007, we encounter a case that goes beyond a single crime. It speaks to a larger issue that has plagued the Philippines for decades: the struggle for human rights and the fight against injustice. This is the story of Jonas Burgos, an activist and farmer who dedicated his life to fighting for the rights of the marginalized. Jonas was abducted in broad daylight from a busy mall in Quezon City. Witnesses reported seeing armed men dragging him into a van, and then he was gone. Suspicion immediately fell on the military, as Jonas had been critical of their human rights record. Despite their efforts, Jonas's fate remains unknown. His disappearance serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers faced by those who dare to speak truth to power in the Philippines. The year 2000 brought us a case that reads like a political thriller, full of power struggles, corruption and cold-blooded murder. This is the story of Salvador Buddy Dacer, a prominent publicist with ties to high-ranking officials, and his driver, Emmanuel Corbito. On November 24th, Dacer and Corbito went missing. Days later, their charred remains were discovered in a remote area, their bodies burned beyond recognition. The investigation into Dacer and Corbito's murders was complex and dangerous. Whispers of high-level involvement and a cover-up circulated. The case exposed the dark underbelly of Philippine politics, where power and influence could be used to silence those who dared to cross the wrong people. Despite the risks, some brave individuals came forward, revealing a conspiracy that reached the highest levels of government. In 2007, we delve into a case that captivated the Philippines with its gruesome discovery and the chilling realization that even within families, darkness can reside. This is the story of Ruby Rose Barameda, a mother of two who vanished from her home, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Ruby Rose's disappearance sparked a frantic search, with her family clinging to hope that she would be found safe. Then, 2 years later, a discovery sent chills down the spines of even the most hardened investigators. A group of fishermen made a grisly find in Manila Bay, a metal drum encased in concrete. Inside, they discovered the skeletal remains of Ruby Rose Barameda. The investigation into Ruby Rose's murder took a sinister turn when suspicion fell on her own in-laws. The trial that followed was a media spectacle, with the prosecution presenting evidence of a family torn apart by greed and betrayal. Our next case takes us into the glamorous and often tumultuous world of Philippine show business with the murder of Ramgen Revilla, a rising star in the Philippine entertainment industry. On October 28, 2011, Ramgen was found dead in his home, having been shot and stabbed multiple times. The crime scene was chaotic, suggesting a struggle and a personal motive behind the killing. As the investigation began, a web of family secrets and resentments began to unravel. Suspicion quickly fell on Ramgen's own siblings, Ramon Joseph and Ramona. The prosecution alleged that they had conspired to kill their brother over a dispute involving their family's wealth and Ramgen's relationship with his girlfriend. The Revilla case exposed the dark side of fame and fortune, where family ties could be strained by greed, jealousy, and the pursuit of power. In 2006, we encounter a case that highlights the ongoing struggle for human rights and the fight against impunity in the Philippines. This is the story of Sherlyn Cadapan and Karen Empeño, two university students who were abducted and disappeared, their fate shrouded in mystery and official silence. Sherlyn and Karen were last seen in Hagonoy, Bulacan, where they were conducting research for a school project. Witnesses reported seeing them being taken by armed men, their pleas for help ignored. Suspicion fell on the military, as both Sherlyn and Karen had been involved in activist groups critical of the government. Despite numerous investigations and court hearings, the whereabouts of Sherlyn and Karen remain unknown. Their disappearance serves as a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of those who challenge power and the ongoing struggle for justice in a society grappling with impunity and human rights abuses. In 2011, we delve into a case that underscores the dangers faced by environmental activists and journalists in the Philippines, where speaking truth to power can come at a deadly cost. This is the story of Jerry Ortega, a broadcaster and environmental activist who dedicated his life to protecting Palawan's pristine environment. On January 24, 2011, Jerry was shot dead in broad daylight while shopping at a thrift store in Puerto Princesa City. Jerry had been a vocal critic of illegal mining and logging operations in Palawan, often using his radio program to expose corruption and environmental destruction. He had received numerous death threats, a testament to the dangers he faced for speaking out against powerful forces. The investigation into Jerry's murder was slow and fraught with obstacles. However, the Ortega family refused to be silenced, their unwavering pursuit of justice a beacon of hope in the face of tragedy. Our final case takes us to the heart of impunity and the brutal realities of political violence in the Philippines. This is the story of the Maguindanao massacre, a horrific event that claimed the lives of 58 people, including 32 journalists, making it one of the deadliest attacks on journalists in history. On November 23, 2009, a convoy of journalists, lawyers and family members of a local politician was ambushed and brutally murdered in Ampilan, Maguindanao. The massacre sent shockwaves through the Philippines and the world, highlighting the culture of violence and impunity that plagued the nation. The investigation and trial were lengthy and complex, hampered by witness intimidation, political pressure, and the sheer number of suspects involved. The masterminds behind the massacre were members of a powerful political clan, the Ampatuans, who ruled Maguindanao with an iron fist. These 10 cases, as heartbreaking as they are, represent just a glimpse into the many unsolved mysteries that continue to haunt the Philippines. Each case leaves behind a trail of unanswered questions, a thirst for justice that may never be quenched, and families forever changed by the loss of their loved ones. But even in the face of such overwhelming odds, there are those who refuse to let the truth be buried. So as we conclude our journey into the dark heart of the Philippines, let us remember the victims, their families, and those who continue to fight for justice in their name.